I feel like when I put this up, I feel like a vampire Elvis, like, Hey everybody, it's the Doll Circle, and thank you so much to Mattel Creations for sending me this doll for free today to share with all of you. I am so excited, and it is so hard to talk with my fangs in. So I might take them off halfway through this video or in like the next 2 minutes. So I am so excited because there is a new Skullector doll in the Skullector Monster High series. Yes, we have had a few dolls in this line already, and this character, before I show you, is probably one of my favorite horror movie characters. I love, as you can tell, vampires a lot. Like, I actually have these are actual professional fangs, and I am so obsessed with vampires. Now, vampires, you know, they come in all shapes and forms. We have some spooky ones like Nosferatu, which gives us this eerie, almost like ghoulish creature, and then we have ones that sparkle, which I don't personally understand. But we have so many different vampires, but of course there is the one quintessential vampire, and that is Dracula. And I like how they took something that traditionally is a male character, because yes, we always think of like Dracula, we think of that persona with the cloak and the white button-up shirt and that whole like style, but we always think of like Dracula's like brides or something, right? So I like that they did a little bit of a gender bend with this, that they made Dracula, this traditional male character, into a female character, and I love that. I live for it. I love when we do something a little bit different. So I'm gonna show you, yes, Dracula in her female form. Now, this is the packaging here. I absolutely love it. I think it is so beautiful. We do have the box that opens up with like 2 door panels. So we've seen this, of course, before with the other Skullector dolls. I do love her picture here, and the lettering and like the font and everything, of course, is the traditional like gothic or horror style font. I think she's so beautiful in this image. Very simple. Like, if you look at her makeup here on the picture, it's not overly dramatic. She's supposed to be a little ghoulish, deadly, ghostly looking. Obviously, she doesn't have a lot of blood flow to her body. So I like that they gave her a little bit of that gray image here, but the bats floating on the box is beautiful. Here on the corner, it says, from the makers of Monster High Skullector. On this side, I like how it looks like a bookend to me, because I have a Dracula book and it looks similar to this. So I'm like, oh, I love that. I love that. And it says Dracula, and of course the same thing here, makers of Monster High Skullector. On the back, it says Dracula doll. I am Dracula, and they have multiple R's in there. Yes, multiple R's. I will put a picture here for all of you to read. It says, I bid you welcome. I hope that you found the carriage ride comfortable. So it's giving us the beginning part of, if you have not seen Dracula, where they ride in on a carriage to the castle. I like the part, it's like, oh my cape, this old thing. So it's like giving us a little funny twist on it. I love that too. I like how it's a little dark here. It's like, you could say I prefer a different type of vein. I mean, wine, but it's like wine with a V, so it's vine. Like, oh my gosh, I love it. And little side note, if you haven't seen Dracula Dead and Loving It with Leslie Nielsen, probably the best, I would say probably the best Dracula movie, right next to Bram Stoker, but I mean, like, I'm telling you, Leslie Nielsen as Dracula, it is the best. All right, so this is the sides of the box here. The last side is going to be a picture of her. I love this, like, almost like she's like looking away, just kind of like hauntingly looking for, searching for someone. I think that's absolutely beautiful. I love it. I love it so much, because I love all horror movie characters except for zombies. Zombies scare me, but I love vampires. So are you ready to see Dracula? Yes! Oh my gosh, look at her. Look at her. Oh, I just live, I can't get over how much I just love this doll so much in this box. Now, it does have the plastic, can you hear it, protector on there. Now, I will take this plastic off so we can take a closer look at the doll, but I can't get over how much I just love her. Like, this is going to be so beautiful just sitting there on my shelf. I can't. This is going to have to go in the living room, because my living room is all horror themed, and yeah, she's going to live there. So I'm going to slide her out, and let's take a closer look at all of her little costume pieces, her shoes, which are absolutely amazing. Let's dive into it. All right, the fangs had to come off. It's been a while since I've been to a goth club, all right? Like a couple years. So I'm not used to not having my fangs in. So now I can talk easier, all right? So I love it. It slid right out of the box, out of the bottom here. It isn't taped, so if you wanted to display it like this and then put it back in the box, you can. So it gives us options for our display purposes. I'm personally a collector in box when it comes to the Skullector dolls. So for me, I want to keep it in the box. I just think it looks prettier. I love the display. I love the art of the box and all about it. If I was to physically take her out and display her, I would have to have two. So we'll see if I order one, because they are going to be available Friday, which I can't believe it's like tomorrow, because I'm filming this literally the night before, so June 3rd. So if you're watching this in the future, this day already happened, but yeah, they're going to be available for order June 3rd. So here she is. Honestly, I think she's so beautiful. Now, I want to be completely transparent with all of you. I know that's why you come here to watch me. Yes, I love it. Yes, this was gifted to me, but I also want to mention there's a couple little things that I thought would be a little, moments for me too. Okay, so the first thing, yes, overall, stunning. I love in the back it says, "I am Dracula, I bid you welcome," in the cobwebs behind her. So I think that is something really, I don't know, it just stands out. Like, I didn't see it the first time I looked at it, but the second time I was like, all right, that's really cool. Really, really cool. I love the little bats, as we can see hanging here in the background. They are made of cardboard, but I like that they're hanging back there. Adds a little extra detail. And then we have here her little candle. Adorable. I want one. I want one. Like, I have a little candle like this, but it's just black and it's just on a candlestick. I don't have anything that looks this epic. This one looks really, really beautiful and detailed. Like, this is a really good detail for me. Going into her face, honestly, I love her. I love her. Would have loved for her to have a lash? Honestly, I don't think I wanted her to have furred lashes. I think she looks beautiful the way she is. I love the red eye, the red eyeliner underneath, and her beautiful red lip. She does have a grayish skin tone to her, and she has a little widow's peak, which is what we've seen, obviously, on most vampires. I don't think there's a lot of Draculas that don't have a widow's peak. Okay, Nosferatu didn't, but, everyone else kind of did. We do have a beautiful bat headband, which I think is laying down a little bit. Hello, lighting, adjust. Oh my gosh. Which is laying down, because I feel like in her stock images, the bat wings kind of go up more, kind of like how mine are. And so that doesn't really match up too much. Maybe if I take her out of the box, because see how it kind of sticks up right here? And then this one in the box, it lays very flat. So I feel like maybe if I took it out and kind of pushed it forward, it would give you more of that up appearance. As the way it is now, it looks kind of scooped back, so it doesn't look as dramatic. I feel like that is something that it should have stood up a little bit higher. That's the only part that's kind of bothering me about the headband. I mean, it is beautiful. It is a bat, but yeah, it's laying down. It's laying down. I don't know. That part I'm not super in love with I'm not in love with the headband, okay? I'm not. I don't know why. Now I'm like staring at it, I'm like, oh, it should have stood up more. If it stood up more, it would have looked better. And she does have a black ring molded onto her middle finger here. This is so cute. This is really cute. Every cat has to have their little like medallion there. She does have a button down shirt. She does have the black coat and then a red spider web cape that's cut into like a bat wing. Now this is unfortunately thin fabric and it is just printed on. Now again, as a display collector, as myself, this standing far behind doesn't look bad. It doesn't. It really doesn't. Like looking in the box like this, standing here, I'm like, it looks good. It makes sense. I can see the cobwebs. It's a beautiful silhouette. If you're going to take it out, I feel like you're not going to be happy with the cape. Okay, I think the cape should have been velvet because her outfit is beautiful in velvet. Like honestly, her outfit feels so much more expensive than the cape. So I feel like they put all the money into the cape, or into the outfit, excuse me, and not into the cape. That's what I meant to say. So outfit, velvet, beautiful. Cape, but if you're an inbox collector like myself, it doesn't look bad. So it just depends on what you're going to be doing with it, okay? Because if you can see here, which I don't know if the camera's picking up, see the velvet? Ooh, velvet. That's really beautiful. And she does have the little tail coats on her jacket are cut into bat wings. See this? So the coat is cut into the bat wings in the back. This is beautiful. This feels nice. This is velvet. This Halloween fabric. This is cute. The face is cute. And the candle is absolutely amazing. The cape is a little disappointing. Throwing that out there, okay? Now, what we've seen online, which blew me away, okay? My hand has to make a moment here. They're red, yes, in the front. Yes, they have a little bat, but look at the back. There's coffins, and the coffins open up. The coffins in the heel open up. I feel like all the money went into the shoe. So at this point, if I had to outweigh what I love, obviously the shoes, outstanding. The shoes are the best. I feel like they put the money in the shoes and not the cape. So if that's why the shoes look so nice, is because the cape had a budget cut, I'm okay with that. Because I feel like to find a really good doll cape, or if you want to buy a cheap piece of velvet fabric at Joann's and throw something on her, that's a sacrifice I'm willing to do, because the shoes are so good. Like literally one of the best shoes I probably have ever seen on a doll. It's so cute, and they open up, and inside, and I'm gonna insert a picture here because like I said, I'm leaving mine in box. The coffin in the back opens up and it's a skeleton. The heel is a coffin with a skeleton. Are you hearing what I'm saying right now? That is absolutely so, as like a goth child as I am telling you, that is like that's like such a fantasy that I never thought would be in a shoe. Now, would I like it to be in my size? Of course, it's not, but it is so beautiful. And look, even the bottom of the heel here, can you see that, is a house, like a haunted, like it's a castle. It's like a bat, a castle, and a coffin with a skeleton inside. Hello, the shoe literally embodies everything goth, and I love that. So the shoe overall is the best thing ever. Like the detail in the shoe is crazy, crazy, crazy. Now, would I love to see the little skeleton here myself? Yeah, but you know what? I can appreciate the overall shoe and I can see it in pictures. And if I end up getting a second one, which I haven't so far, I haven't gotten any repeats of the Skullector dolls because I want to make sure that there's a fair chance that everybody out there is able to buy one if it sells out. But I really like her and I really love the shoes. Now she does come with a little friend. She has a friend, her familiar. No, that's a witch. She has a bat familiar, and the bat familiar is right here. He's just a little plastic bat. He's nothing special. He's not super detailed. He's just a bat. He's a little bat. The camera wants to keep focusing on her face, but yes, there's a little black bat there. He's a little black bat, all right? You know, he's not anything crazy, special, detailed. He has red eyes. Now it does come with, here, let me flip it over, a simple black Monster High stand on the back of the packaging there. Like I said, overall in the display, I think she's beautiful. She does not have earrings, in case anyone's wondering. She also does not have ear holes for that. So if you wanted to put an earring in her, you'd have to pierce her head. But she does have, let me see if I can lift her hair up. See it? Pointed ears. So she does have bat ears. Bat-ish ears, I guess you could say. Bat ears. Which I think totally makes sense since she is, of course, a bat. I overall love her. Am I biased? You can say that. I love vampires. I love gothic things. I love spooky things. I obviously live for dressing up in the attire. Obviously, there's little slight improvements here or there. Now, she is supposed to be at like a $65 price point. I can see it because you're paying for the amazing box, the art, the doll that to me, as someone who loves spooky things, is all about the aesthetic of the doll. So I'm really overall happy with her. If I wasn't gifted this, I'm gonna be very honest, I would buy her. I would definitely buy her. Would I buy two? I'd probably just buy one. Because again, I love gothic things. I love Monster High. I love vampires. So this checks off a lot of stuff off of my personal list. Now, am I a little sad? The one thing I'm going to bring up that I know I saw a lot of people in the community upset about, especially in the doll community, was going to be that they didn't give us enough time. I feel like they should give us 2 weeks notice before saying the dolls are available for purchase to give everybody a fair shot. Because I feel like in the past it's always been 2 or 3 days, and this time we had a couple days. But I feel like that's not enough time because $65 is still a lot for one doll. Me personally, I would give up a lot just to buy this doll because I love, again, Monster High, gothic things. Yeah, it's definitely something that to me is, I would give up a lot for. But I hate to say it, if someone wants to spend $65 on a doll, they want at least a couple days more notice so they can prepare, especially with inflation, everything going on in the country right now. A doll is not a necessity. It's something that you just really want to have in your collection. And I feel like that's one thing, if Mattel's watching, to give more time or more notice when these dolls are being released, to give people the opportunity to save up that $65 or $85 or $90 or whatever the price of the Skullector doll is, so that they have enough time to prep and buy that, so that they're not like, oh, well, I guess I can't get it because it's coming out in 2 days and I don't have enough money. That I don't really feel is fair. So I really hope in the future they do give more notice when it comes to having the Skullector dolls being released. All right, final thoughts. Overall, you know what I'm going to say. I love her. She is a vampire, she is gothic, and she checks a lot of boxes on my my list. I recommend this doll if you are someone who is into the gothic type of stuff, or if you're into Monster High in general, because I feel like the Skullector dolls really do elevate what we had before in Monster High, but it gives us something different, like with Gremlins and Beetlejuice. It's giving me my nostalgic 80s, 90s feels in doll form and in Monster High doll form, which is even better. And I have to give it to Rebecula13 on Instagram. I really feel like we've seen these dolls, I feel like we're tapping into her nostalgic mind, and I'm loving that, and I can't wait to see what else comes out of her in the design elements with all of this. I feel like, yes, I did say a lot of negative things about the cape, but I feel like it's one of those things where I understand, you know, especially coming from Mattel and all these things, like they don't have enough to put in 800 details in it. I think as doll collectors now, we're so used to having such an elevated or such a high standard for collector dolls. We need to keep in mind that, yeah, I want high quality, of course, who doesn't? But realistically, we have really high expensive shoes, and this molding for this shoe was exclusively made just for this doll. That molding alone probably cost more than the whole doll. Like, I mean, you know, to be honest, like a lot of these little pieces and moldings cost a lot to make. So they have to do budget cuts somewhere. So they decided to go maybe higher end with the shoe, keep the velvet fabric, have a really cool candle, but the cape had to suffer a little bit. So I get it. Do I love it? No. I would want a nicer cape, of course. But I also understand from a business aspect where they were coming from. So let me know in the comments below what you think of the new Dracula doll. I did really good. I really thought I was going to say Dracula like 3 or 4 times in this video, and I didn't, so go me. And make sure to follow me on TikTok, where I'm going to post some spooky things in this outfit. I don't know what I'm going to be doing, but something, I guess. And then also on Instagram as well. I love posting stuff on there. I think Instagram's probably my favorite social media platform, but I am on everything, so make sure to follow the doll circle. And as always, I never say this enough, but subscribe if you're not subscribing. I feel like I don't ever say that. And then also thank you so much to Mattel Creations, the Monster High team, Rebecula13 as well, for putting so much time and effort into this doll and really giving us horror fans, because there's a lot of us out there, and Monster High fans, because there's a lot of us out there of that too, something really special to add to our collection, because overall, I really love her. I love vampires. They're my favorite. So until next time, check out some more content from me in the description below. Bye!